question we want to ask you, Father, is, of course, historically, the church and the theater were actually unified. They were part and parcel of the same ritual of transcendence. But, of course, that's no longer true, and they parted company a long time ago. Yet you brought it back to the church. So we'd like to ask you about how you see the relevance of the theater to the church and what it can do for the church.
I'll disagree with one part, politely. I really don't think both church and theater are as separated as much as you made it sound like. There are a lot of churches throughout the country that have been doing this for many, many years and are still doing it. I think St. Mary's is just kind of extending something that has been going on for a long time. It was never done here before, and we just really decided to try it. So it's not that separate. We're just still doing what has been done for centuries.
Obviously, the right kind of theater has the power to affect the human conscience and to, in a sense, impact on human behavior. This show in particular shows one individual who has gone from the depths of despair into a new hope, even though it's very late in his own life. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think the relevance of the message of A Christmas Carol is for a 1990 audience as opposed to the audience it was originally written for in the 1870s?
I once used this story as an illustration for an Easter sermon, primarily because we saw a tremendous change in the individual Ebenezer, who went from despair to joy, and not only joy and hope, and a glorious transformation. And that's what we would hope for anybody who finds themselves depressed or in despair. The message is endless.
Thank you very, very much. How much have you been influenced by some of the great actors who played Scrooge in the past, like Alistair Sim, for example, or George C. Scott?
I have to tell you honestly, I try not to think of that. I look at my past year, and no, the past 2 years, and I can draw every emotion that I have to play in this role from my true life in the past 2 years. And that takes a long time to describe, but I've been on a seesaw. And it really does help with the role.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, some of the great actors bring very much of themselves into their work. And Michael Caine, for example, has said that the real responsibility of the actor, first and foremost, is to work on his own life. So this is something that you've been doing for your role as Scrooge. Can you tell us just one illustration from your own personal life that you're going to use tonight?
One illustration. The elation that you feel in the last act, I draw upon the relief that I had, the unloading of pressure after selling my company, and spending more time with my family and my children. That's the emotion I draw from. That's my life's example that I draw from.
We saw the release of that joy in rehearsal, and we know we're going to see it in performance again tonight. Thank you very much. First of all, tell us your name.
Oh, my name is Patrick Cohen.
Okay, Mr. Cohen, we're going to ask you how an actor prepares to play the part of a narrator.
Well, the narrator, it's supposed to be Dickens himself, according to Mrs. Bullard, who's the director. And since you're the narrator, it's like you're not a character. You're dealing with the audience almost because you're talking to them directly as opposed to talking to anyone else on stage. So it's, I guess, in a way you're freer because you don't have to worry about playing off anybody. You just do whatever you want, just be freer on stage.
This is a show that has lasted for well over 100 years, and despite the fact that people know how it's going to come out, they still want to come and see it. Why do you think it's lasted so long?
Well, it's a good show, a good story, good tale, and it's always fresh, even no matter what time, years go by, it still holds meaning over the years, still as fresh today as when it was written, whatever, yesteryear.
And that's the sense we get of you when we see you in rehearsal. We think of you as someone out of the past, but who is talking to us today, now, as it's happening. Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about your audition for the part. First of all, whether you intended to go out for the part of Bob Cratchit?
Scrooge, but I flunked, so they put me in the role of Bob Cratchit, but I planned to steal the show from him, because I'm going to upstage him tonight.
Well, so far in rehearsal, you've been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's mystery. I'm taking over.
A Christmas Carol starring Bob Cratchit. But tell us what your real name is and some of the shows you've done for St. Mary's in the past.
Swirl, I've done Christmas Carol, and then that's it. This is it.
Really? But you have acted before in the past, right?
No, I haven't, no.
Well, you surprised me because there's evidence of good stage sense and good stage logic in your performance.
Well, thank you. I feel you jest, but that's okay. Nevertheless, we're going to fake out Scrooge tonight, and we got a few surprises for him.
Thank you very much. First of all, when you auditioned for the show, were you trying to get the role of Marley?
Oh no, I was pre-selected. There must be something Marley-like about me.
What do you think that might be?
Oh, well, since I've been dead 7 years in the play, maybe I normally look like I've been dead 7 years.
It's always interesting when you have to play a part that your own personal experience really doesn't help you to draw on, because after all, you've never been dead. So how did you get ready for the role of Marley?
Well, the first thing I had to do was make my own chains. That's the first thing you do to make Marley. And actually, it was something of a challenge because Marley is sort of an angry, noisy character, and I don't think of myself as an angry, noisy person. But so I sort of have to psych myself up to be sort of threatening to Scrooge. It's not something that comes naturally or easily, but it's sort of fun.
Yeah, and having seen you in rehearsal, I'd have to say that you get the message across to the audience too, which is very important. So thanks very much, and have a great show tonight. Tell us your real name.
Valerie Napolitano, in real life.
Valerie, you play the Ghost of Christmas Past, but in a very non-traditional way. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got ready for this part?
Actually, I think a lot of it was Mary Bullard's idea, and she had us watch the Bill Murray modern Scrooged movie, and one of the ghosts in there is just this totally outrageous goofball in a very frilly costume, and she beats Scrooge to a pulp. And I think from the beginning that was what Mary wanted me to do. And actually it was a little difficult because my husband and I don't really interact that way at all usually. But it's sort of growing on me. I'm beginning to enjoy it actually, and it's fun.
And it's a good experience in the future if you ever do have to give your husband a smack on the back of the head. You do an excellent job in the show. You have a great deal of comedic talent. Thank you very, very much.
I play the part of the Ghost of Christmas Present. It's a rather untraditional role, but our director, Mary Bullard, adopted the character, I believe, from Scrooge, the Bill Murray film. So basically, I'm real comfortable with the role. I'm wearing very traditional tuxedo part garb and just acting naturally and making a fool of myself.
Do you think that wearing this kind of garb suggests some sort of a comment about capitalism and its positive impact on the socioeconomic realities of contemporary America?
Good heavens. We're getting a little deep here. No, absolutely not. This is just a typical community effort, and everyone is having a lot of fun, and the message is everyone should have a very Merry Christmas.
Connie Dannenberg.
Connie, is this the first show you've done for the St. Mary's?
Yes.
And this is a role with no lines. You have absolutely no lines, so you have to work completely through your body. How did you prepare for this part?
No comment.
Do you think it makes a difference? You go on stage and you're actually wearing a mask, as we're going to see when we look at the production, right? How does it feel to be acting behind that mask?
Very good. Without the mask, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so you feel that it liberates you in some way?
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very old idea in civilization, that when people put on a mask, they take on another personality. And apparently that's still true, even though we're in the 1990s.
Little schizo.
Thank you very much. First off, have you ever worked for St. Mary's Mary's before? Have you done other shows for St. Mary's?
Same show last year.
Is that right? And what characters have you played in A Christmas Carol?
Same thing as I'm doing this year, Cousin Fred.
Cousin Fred, which is an excellent part.
Sorry, nephew.
That's right. A very upbeat and positive character in contrast to Scrooge.
I have to try to be very happy and smiling.
Would you say that comes Would you say that comes naturally to you, and that's why you got the part?
I hope so.
Well, in rehearsal, you made an excellent Fred, and we're sure you're going to have a great performance tonight. Thank you very much. Did you have to do any research on that costume?
Yes, I did. Mary Bullitt gave us a whole sheet of all of the costumes from the days of Scrooge, the original, I guess, the book days, and the era. And my costume was made by myself. And it took roughly about a month to make this costume. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you like it.
We're going to pull back a little bit so we can take in all the color of that costume and the tremendous detail of it. It's truly beautiful. Tell us your name, first of all, and tell us why this show, which is well over 100 years old in terms of when the original book was written, is something that people keep coming back to and remains so popular, because we think about it all over the country right now. It's being performed in theaters just like this. So first off, your name, and then why do you think this show has lived so long?
Okay, I'm Priscilla Kennedy. I'm a charity lady in the play. And I think the show keeps going because it has a beautiful message. Comes close to the brink and then changes his life. And it has a message for everybody. So
Hopefully the audience takes this message home with them and is a little more charitable, a little kinder to everyone else.
hope so. Yeah. And I think it seize the moment from now on.
What impact does it have on the actor? Does it make you feel the same way?
It does. Each year I kind of feel that more. I mean, I felt it more this year than last.
It's an important message for all of us. Thank you so much. First of all, tell us your name.
I'm Abby Kennedy.
Why do you enjoy acting on the stage?
I did it last year, and I think it's really fun because she's nice. The director is really nice, and it's fun to be a part of it.
Do you ever think about doing this professionally as you're growing up?
No. I like doing it, but I don't think I could ever do it for a career.
Well, you do it very, very well, and thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Margaret Owens, and I play Caroline, and I also play an anonymous skating partner. Who's Dick. And that's it.
How do you prepare for these parts? What do you use in order to make these characters live on the stage?
Well, I think in the Caroline character, I have a few more lines, so I try to be a little more humorous, because I think that's the point of that character. Just use a lot of exaggerated actions when I'm out there. I think there are a few lines, so I rely on my face a lot.
Well, you certainly make the most of those lines. Thank you very, very much. Is this the first show you've ever done for St. Mary's?
Second one.
Okay, this one is a little bigger then. How did you get ready for this?
How did I get? Well, I'm a romantic at heart, so it's not too hard.
It's a very intense and a difficult role for a woman to play. Are there things from your own life that you use in the performance?
Let's see. Well, I'm used to getting mad. I'm very intense anyway. But, Mary's a good director, so she helps you. Right?
Do you think that you'd ever like to do this professionally?
No. I'm a realist. I'm not good enough.
Well, you make a lovely belle, and you'll be great tonight. Thank you very much.
My name is Fonda Fedoro, and I'm playing an urchin, a cratchit, and a street person.
Have you done other shows for St. Mary's Players before?
Yeah, I did this last year.
Do you think you'd like to be an actress when you grow up?
No.
Why not?
too much nerve-wracking.
You don't look nervous at all tonight, but you feel a little nervous? Okay, one of the best things you can do is to exercise your body and jump around and have fun. Have you ever tried that before a show?
No.
Okay, why don't you try it tonight and see if it works and let me know after the show, all right? Meantime, good luck. Many of the people in the cast want you to be interviewed. Why do you think they want you to be interviewed? What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know, because we're so wonderful.
You are. I've seen you in rehearsal and you're both excellent. What is the name of the characters you play? Because you play more than one character on the show, isn't that true?
Well, both of us are carolers, and we're sisters and Linda and Mark in the credit scene.
Yes, well, you definitely look like sisters. We can see the resemblance between you. Have you ever considered, as a result of your experience in this show, doing professional work at all?
Yeah, until I thought of it, but... I did, seriously! I've always wanted to be an actress! I really have! No, seriously, but... I don't think it's me. It's not me. No, you could ask my mother. I always dreamed of being an actress. But I don't think so.
Well, the wonderful thing about life is you always have freedom to make a choice in the future that may be different from the one you're considering now. How about you? Did you ever think about doing this professionally?
I know you have.
Maybe once in a while, but I would never want to make a living out of it.
Some of the characters you play in the show are a caroler, right? And you're one of Bob Cratchit's children, is that right? Which one?
I'm Martha.
Tell us a little bit about the character of Martha.
Well, I guess she's the oldest out of the Cratchits because I come home from work from Christmas and I hide from him and so on and so forth.
Yeah, we've seen you do that in rehearsal. In your own family, are there more than one child? So you are the only child. So therefore you've had to project yourself into what kind of experience it would be to come from a very large family. Was that difficult for you to do?
No, not really. Because I'm just having friends around, so it's easy.
Well, we wish you well and we hope you have a great show tonight. You were certainly both great in rehearsal. Thank you very much.
My name is Travis Richard and I play Peter in the Cratchit family. And Peter is a guy who listens to his mother and obeys his family and loves his family very much.
You think even though Bob Cratchit isn't exactly what you call a Superman type person, that he still impressed Peter and Peter wants to be like him?
Yeah, yes, he does. He's a person I think Peter would like to grow up to be like.
You did a great job in rehearsal, and we look forward to a great show tonight. Thank you very much. Okay, you want to greet us? Okay, very good. First, tell us your name.
My name is Meg.
Meg what?
Gretza.
Meg, could you let us know if you've done shows before for St. Mary's?
No, this is my first one.
What motivated you to come out and do a show? Because not everyone can do it. It takes a certain amount of confidence in yourself and a belief in your own talent.
Well, I like to act, and a lot of my friends were doing it, and I saw it last year, so I thought it would be fun.
You're doing a very good job, too. Thank you very much.
CC Richard.
And CC, can I call you CC? Okay, tell us about some of the characters you play in the show.
Well, I play a street person, and I play Fezziwig, and a crying girl.
Now, in rehearsal, I've seen some of that, and it's very emotionally moving when we see these people. Do you think the message of that show, even though it was way back in the 1840s, is still important for us in America today in 1990?
Yeah, because we know you have to learn that you shouldn't be selfish, and you should help people who aren't as fortunate as yourself.
That's a very good thought. Thank you very, very much. These actors are young actors, but they're playing characters from back in the 1840s. Tell us a little bit about the experience of being a 1990s type of person playing a character who lived 150 years ago.
At first it was kind of hard to get into the character because I didn't know who or what I was playing. But once Mrs. Bullard, the director, told me who I was and what I had to do, it came naturally, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen it rehearsal, and it's really excellent. And here's another gentleman. We're going to ask you the same question, too, okay?
Well, I guess it's kind of the same, you just kind of act, a little bit
same.
Of course, the more things change, the more they stay the same, because back in the 19th century, people had their hair long, and I noticed that you have your hair long too.
Yeah.
Do you think that's one of the reasons you got cast in this one?
No. I kind of just showed up and they just put me on, so.
Well, it was to the benefit of the show after having seen you perform in rehearsal. Tell us also what your names are and whether you have any aspirations to be professional actors. We'll start with you.
My name's Jesse Tennant, and I'd like to take drama, continue that. I like acting, but I don't know if I want to be professional.
Well, it's the world's perfect art form because it's never the same way twice, and it's just a deep mystical experience according to some of the more serious actors. Unfortunately, in professional work, you probably never get much of a chance to do this kind of stuff, but commercials and things like that. Okay, and what is your name?
I'm Evan Winger, and well, we're gonna take acting at the school, and he's the acting director, I guess, or the drama director, but I guess it's kind of fun to imitate other people and stuff, you know.
Your name is Winger, so you are connected to Fred.
He's my father.
And he does a really excellent job. Thank you both very, very much. We're interviewing now one of the most important characters in the show, the actor who plays the character of Tiny Tim. So what we want to do first of all is ask you your name, your real name, and then ask you a little bit about the character Tiny Tim. So what is your name?
Jamie Theodora.
Jamie, you play the character of Tiny Tim, one of the best-loved characters in the history of literature, and certainly on the stage. What do you think makes Tiny Tim so important to people?
I don't know.
People love Tiny Tim, and do you think Tiny Tim loves people too?
Yes.
Even before Scrooge becomes a nice person, do you think that Tiny Tim would wish Scrooge well?
Yes.
So Tiny Tim is just one of those characters who loves everyone in the world, is that right?
Yes.
And the message is that if you love everyone else, that love will come back to you. Is that true?
Yes.
Thank you very, very much. You do a wonderful job in the show. Thank you.